Welcome, everyone, to today's live stream, episode number 10 of our Avowed Ranger gameplay series. I'm Commander Jarval, and I want to thank you for coming along on our journey today. So, on the channel admin notes, as there are no game admin notes that I'm aware of, on the channel admin notes, last week we finished our Baldur's Gate 3 Honor Mode gameplay live stream series. That came to an end last week, and it was a very satisfying conclusion to what I think was my 10th playthrough of the game. I believe 6 of those were on stream, either through early access or through the full release of the game, and decided to move on to something else. Now, Baldur's Gate 3 released probably their most anticipated patch the week after I finished that live stream. And I have been playing it. It's the new subclasses are amazing. Hexblade Paladin, one of the more popular tabletop builds that they have worked to bring together into full fruition using Xanathar's Guide to Everything rule set, is flat broken. It is OP. I was able to basically solo Raphael on tactician mode. I mean, it was just stupid. So I have experimented with it, but you won't be seeing another live stream come back from that. We're going to move on to some other things, and that other thing is Kingdom Come Deliverance. So, decided to start with Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, and that's because not that 2, which is recently out a couple of months ago, isn't a standalone. You can play it standalone. However, I think it's better from a story narrative perspective to start with 1. 1 still holds up very well. There are a lot of things about that game that annoy the living hell out of me. That they have taken some steps to fix in KCD2, but I think it's a really good place to start. So I've been playing it. I've been taking copious notes about it, at least at the start. And like I say, I'm trying to mitigate some of this. It's going to be a bit of a flower picking simulator and cow punching simulator and that sort of stuff. It does start off with, but it will get better once we get out of the prologue. I think the first week is going to really be the prologue, and then we'll be able to go do a bunch of other things once we get out of it. So I think it's going to be some good gameplay for everybody to watch. So I am excited about playing it. The poll came back and was very much in favor of me playing KCD. However, there were also a lot of votes for Divinity Original Sin. So the plan is that once we finish this playthrough for Avowed, that we will move into that. Now, I may adjust that and open up a Wednesday live stream. However, I don't want to play 25 weeks on Wednesdays before I move it to a different time slot. So I don't know how long it's going to be till we do that. But I think that is going to be the next one that's going to happen after Avowed. So we'll kind of play it by ear and see how it goes. But yeah, a lot of things happening on the channel. Now, as far as the big question, when are you going to start the Kingdom Come Deliverance live stream? It's a very good question. I've gotten that comment or that question quite a bit here in the past week. It looks right now like I'm going to start it not this coming weekend, but the weekend after. So that would put it on the 3rd of May. That gives me another weekend here to prep for it, and honestly to take a break, have some time for myself on my Saturdays before I move into that one on May 3rd. So that's the plan right now. We'll kind of play that by ear and see how it goes, but pay attention to the posts tab on my channel and my social media for an official announcement of when that's going to happen. So I think that's it on the admin note. So on our recap, last week we moved into the main storyline a little bit, and we did that by starting to explore the city of Fior. During that, we then went out and did a couple of things on the main quest line, and then started to explore some more around the areas in the Emerald Stair, and that's what we're going to be doing today. There's a few side quests sitting out there that we want to go finish today. There's a bunch of exploration that we need to do around the northeast and the north sides of the map. And they're including a bounty, our last bounty that we're going to do today. And then we're going to see if we have any time left to jump back into the main storyline. So let's go ahead and jump in here. And we'll see where we are. Okay, so here we are. Kai and Giada are in our party, and we had just finished up a set of combat here. And let's take a look at our journal. So you see, we have quite a few side quests that we want to work our way through. We have a companion quest, which is going to be done here as well, and we do have our bounty to deal with as well. We're not going to jump into the main storyline because that pretty quickly gets us into a point of no return on that quest line. And I'd like to have everything else done before we get there. One thing I also wanted to check and see. Okay, so we do have our second perk in Quick Switch. So you're going to see a change in my gameplay in how I approach using firearms. And we're going to get into that pretty quickly here because we do have another set of combat that we're going to get into right up here. And that combat's down here. Trying to get a good vantage on him. Okay, so what you're going to see is, again, one shot from the arquebus, immediately changing to the pistols, shooting, reloading the pistols, shooting, and then immediately changing back to the arquebus and repeating the entire attack chain that way.
Never had a chance.
Hello, you guys!
Whoops. Sometimes my mouse doesn't like changing.
Another soul for the wheel.
Don't know where he's at. He's down below me. Yeah, sometimes my mouse wheel, which I use to change weapons, it's not the most reliable sometimes at actually changing. And depending upon when I get caught in that animation, sometimes it just won't change. But you can kind of see how things work, reloading those weapons while they're in my inventory when I've swapped out of them. Saves me a reload once per iteration of that, or twice per attack chain. So really ups my DPS by being able to do that. Okay, so we're going to again take the high ground here, because most of the Xaurups are down below, but I do have one up here.
Another one down.
Lead the way.
Take your best shot.
Okay. Okay, so let's do a little exploring around here. Okay, so we'll head over to the abandoned house here. Can't remember if I can get up here or not. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so we do have a wall that can be broken into here.
Feels like some of these plants have it out for us.
And we do have a unique chest. And here we have the Athasian gauntlets. Now this is part of the Athasian set where we've already got the boots. These are your melee damage build set. And it's got a 15% attack damage with maces and two-handed hammers. And a plus 10% parry efficiency, which is really nice if you are using two-handed hammers, because that's one of the spots where your build starts to break down a little bit, is because of the lack of parrying efficiency, I would say, with that type of build. So that really is a set that's going to help you out when it comes to that. We're going to head out here and get into our next fight. Okay, so I don't know as if I'm going to be able to trigger this. Just with one. I think it's going to have to be everybody here. So let's go ahead and start this off.
Nice.
And there you see how the attack chain works.
I was worried for a second.
Every time they sit in my inventory, they get reloaded by the time I've shot twice. So okay, and here you get the Dream Thrall Woodsman key. So if you didn't blow your way into the house over there like I did, this key is what unlocks the front door. Okay. Could also lockpick it, but we just blew ourselves in through the back way, so not needed for us. And we're going to kind of keep working our way around the perimeter here. Do I have... I do have the enchanted Solanet on. Okay, so let's get rid of these. Oops. I do love the Blackwing armor. Being able to move this fast while you're sneaking is amazing. Okay, so I think this might be one of the pop-up mushrooms here. Why he's showing underground. Or is this down in the... Okay, I think I know where this is. Yeah. Never mind, it's this section.
Watch for spiders.
Okay, and that's what is down here. Now,
Behind you!
Got somebody.
didn't expect to get dropped into this.
Watch your right. Couldn't have done it better.
So I'm going to exit this place. Come on, switch weapons. Thank you.
Another glorious battle.
Okay, so that didn't go very well. I tried to move forward to look over the edge and hit a soap rock and fell down in there. So we need to take some grog and get rid of that poison accumulation. So yeah, definitely not how I wanted that to go, but it is what it is. This boss area has another fragment of star metal.
A fragment of the very stars. Perhaps one of the blacksmiths could make use of it.
Okay, so let's check some bodies around here. There's another awakened Adra. Okay, and now we're getting up to the damp burrow. We're going to head back over to this side over here. Just so we're systematically working through this before we head there. Because there are another set of enemies up there that we're going to look at. Always go look behind waterfalls. Nothing here. And we find another campsite. And this is what's going to get me ready for this here real quick. There's not much in here for us to really deal with.
Aye, aye.
So we'll try open this up.
Subtle as a mouse.
It's around the corner there and I can't see it. Yep.
Nice, clean kill.
And then here is your real way to get down into where we were. Okay, and this is the way that you want to approach that boss encounter. Is through here. And that's because he's right down here and you can start this combat and he will actually run out of the cave, come up and around and move into here, but he can't jump down there. So he'll just stay in the house and he won't really do anything. And you can clear out all the spiders down here and then you can deal with him at your leisure. So this is the way you really want to do this. You don't want to go into this like I did by accidentally falling down into this place. So let's see what we have. That I can get rid of. That I don't want. Need to quit clicking on them. Okay. Yeah, so this is where you want to go. And you can jump across over to here and fight him up there. There's a bunch of different ways to fight him where he can't even reach you. I just, like I say, hit that soap rock and fell down and didn't have a choice. But he's too big once he falls down here to get through this area. So he just sits right here and can't reach you. And you can shoot him through the boards and everything else. It's a much, much easier way to deal with the encounter. Okay, so we're going to continue working our way around the perimeter of the map here. And as we start to work around this side here, we're going to get closer to our final bounty targets. And as such, most of these enemies are going to change into Xaurips. So we definitely want to look and see if we have an increase out here first. Doesn't look like we do.
Not bad, envoy.
Where is my next one? I can't see him through the flames. There we go. Okay, that's it. Yeah, couldn't see him through the flames there. Luckily, I had enough stamina to be able to hold that shot for a while. And we find the abandoned farms. Now, the abandoned farms have a bit to explore here. I don't think it starts here. Maybe it does. No, I don't think it does. You can work your way across all the rooftops. Oh, here it is. Missed it. Oh, missed it again. Oh, there's another way up there, so let's get in here.
Ready,
and we'll get
aim.
this chest. And I need to go back to camp. Or go back to the city pretty badly. So, how about we do that? We have a camp that's pretty near here. So let's head back to the city and sell off a lot of this stuff. Oh, I can't travel while I'm encumbered. How bad am I? Not too bad. Doc. Need to quit doing that. So one more. Now let's head back to the city here real quick.
I only carried it.
Okay, so let's sell off. We don't need any of the fine equipment. We're at a level now on the superb quality, or the exceptional quality, I mean, that it doesn't really do us a whole lot of good to break most of these weapons here down. However, the arquebus I am just for the hardwood branches, but everything else I'm just going to sell. All of these items, there's no reason to have them anymore. We're going to keep one of those. Like we don't have anything there to sell. Okay. And I think that's good. So I've got 10 awakened Adra. So now we're going to head back out to the Damp Burrow, or the Rolling Crags party camp. We'll set up here real quick. We'll upcraft a few materials. See if we have any cooking that we can do. And we're definitely going to break this down now. Okay, so our hardwood branches. Whoops. Oh, yeah. Oh, here. So, add mess wort. Let's upcraft all of these. Petrified wood branches. We'll upcraft all of those. Stelgar leather. We'll upcraft all of those. Steel chunks and tanned hide. I mean, I guess we could craft all of these up and then craft them up to Stelgar leather again. Steel chunks and white steel chunks we're not going to need. Those are only used for your melee weapons. So I don't care about upcrafting them. I'll just leave them there like that. So we've got one Adra and we've got one awakened Adra, or we've got one Adra that if we pick up a couple more, we could upcraft to an awakened. But I don't think we need to do that right now with 10 of them.
Kai, can I borrow your pistol?
I don't usually lend it out.
That's 3. It's definitely getting fired up now.
Okay, so now looking at the 2 that we just dropped in here, increases your damage against unaware enemies by 25%, and critical hits deal high poison accumulation, which is nice.
Anyhow.
We're still here with critical hits dealing fire accumulation, and we're going to quickly be looking to change out of the Oathbinder. I think this next one we're going to get is going to seal the deal for us. But now that we have a substitution for fire accumulation with poison accumulation on critical hits, there's not a whole lot of reason for us to keep this one active anymore. Now that we have this as a replacement, we're good. It's going to increase our constitution and dexterity as well.
Out.
So actually, you know, I might as well just do it now.
I was hoping to make a few simple modifications.
What kind?
Let's see. We don't need... Oh yeah, we do need a bunch of these, so we'll craft all those up. Look at the black broth. Craft up as many of these as we can. There we go.
Kinds of modifications.
Now, just
Well,
on
I
a
was
side
going
note
to
here,
start-
there is an achievement for crafting every recipe in the game. You can only open up this recipe list if you have gone through and added the 3 perks that unlock all of these recipes. So, if you want that achievement, you're going to have to invest those points in it. You can then respec afterward if you would like. What I would suggest is the things that become a problem are the beetle sausage, because you need beetle jerky to craft it. The rusknout sausage, you need rusknout for, and then tanny cream, you need the raw bleathorn milk. So those things, if you see them in your vendors, go buy a few of them, just so that you have access to them, because there are multiple things that require that beetle jerky, I believe. Oh, and the things that require more bleathorn milk. You need it to craft the cheese wheel, and you need the cheese wheel to craft the cheese wedge. And there's the beetle pie that needs beetle jerky or spiced beetle sausage. So some of these build on each other. So you need to have a decent amount of ingredients. So what I do is go buy a few so that you've unlocked this entire list. Here, everything is craftable. And then start from the bottom and work your way up. The ones that are uncraftable will be moved down to the bottom. So that will let you know if there's one that you need to go buy new ingredients for if it's not on your list up top. Because you will run out of ingredients.
Start by removing the
and
trigger,
have to kind of go through it a couple times.
then snapping off the hammer.
Are you serious?
I'm going to exit here to fast travel back.
The Adra stirs, a crackle of light in a withered field. The bars stifle us. We cannot recall when last we spoke. Hollow faces in a line. What has come of this place? A hand of generosity, or a gauntlet of steel? We feel them. They bend and hone the essence of the earth. They draw from our veins like a well. What are these rituals? A new tongue, an unfamiliar name. A harvest grows, the dead rise. What do they hope to achieve? Set what has been broken, soothe the pain. They build walls in their hearts. Why do they not share what they make? Punished, cast out. We understand. We peer through the murky water in vain. What is the truth? Fire that burns the forest feeds the soil with its ash. We have learned much. Dream of soaring wings in your repose.
So little by little, we're learning more about the voice. And this area is actually going to bring us a lot more information about it here in a little bit. So let's move back up toward the abandoned house here. And we'll keep exploring a little bit. And here, just hanging out, is a note. And that note has a totem fragment holding it to the wall.
Those artifacts you...
Okay, so the sacrificial dagger here. Second wind cast flurry of blows.
You found fit together somehow.
Situationally
closer
useful,
look
but
at
not really all that important. I'm gonna try one more time to get up here. I can't remember if there's even anything on this roof. Like I say, I played this area a very long time ago in my personal playthrough. But here is the next bounty target. Hey, we have to clear this entire area out, and you can see they go all the way over there. So there's a priest. So we're going to have to watch that as we go through this fight. As soon as that priest gets brought in, we want to focus on them. might be able to one-shot him from here.
Perfect.
We'll wait for them to come investigate, and then we'll ambush all of them. I'm gonna get one last trick out here. Okay. They're split up. That was a little too easy.
Just like the good old days.
So let's go search all of these bodies here. Pick up all the bounty tokens. That should complete this bounty. Okay, so now when we head back to the bounty board, this will complete the bounties quest, or complete the bounty board, and we should have a reward waiting for us. I need to remember how to get up here. Don't think it's here. It might be from that building there. Like this is it. Before I go over there, I'm just going to look around up here real quick. Okay, doesn't look like there's anything else. So now we'll fall down in here. Pick up some more crafting ingredients. Nothing else that we want to look at here. Okay, so heading around the outside, this is all cliff up here. It's going to slowly lead us around this way. Get the backpack kind of hidden back here. And a fine bow. Who is this?
You take lead.
Oh.
One for you!
Let's finish this. That's done? Who's hungry?
I think that equipment upgrade is just about the fine bow that we picked up. We can probably upgrade it, even though we don't need to. We're actually going to get a much better bow here in a little bit, and we're going to actually carry that one around with us for a few reasons, but we'll explore that when we get it. And now you can see again, it's all cliff here and it's leading us down toward all of this. I think there's a priest right there. Let's see, I can get back up here. I can. Let's try and move across and target the priest first.
Mind me not to spook you.
Okay. Like I say, at this point in the game, this combination of weapons and this gameplay chain is so hard to beat. We can literally almost one-shot anything down here at this point. And like I say, it's just really, really hard to beat. Okay. So let's go head down and explore along the river here. And once we work our way back up the river, we'll explore all of this. Okay, and here we're going to be getting closer to the Missing Ranger side quest. And this is the one that's active right now. And we are going to be exploring it.
Quiet as the depths.
So we probably have one that's still underground here. Let's see if we can use one last trick here.
You make this look easy.
And I switched and I shouldn't have.
Left leg.
Hit Reg. Hit Reg again. Yep. Get him, Kai, so that I can do damage. Thank you. So if you do get the hit reg bug, immediately change to your other weapon and see if you can hit with it. If not, you're going to have to wait for one of your companions to hit them to clear that, what seems like an invincibility flag, almost, to be able to deal damage. Okay, so we got a priest right there. This is a good spot for one last trick here. Get some collateral damage. Perfect.
Nothing like a win with a good team.
If my companions have nothing to do in a fight, that's a good thing. Okay, we're going to keep working our way around over here. There's a couple of things that we do want to look at. First, there's a fast travel beacon here. And this leads us into the Riverside Cave. Okay. Now here I need Kithwarder. And that's because of a special encounter that we're going to get here in this cave. Now, because of choices that we have previously made in this game, our interactions here are going to be limited. And we're not going to be able to avoid a fight here. It just is what it is. We chose to get the Blackwing armor. We chose to utilize this, and because we had to kill him to get it, these rebels are not going to be really happy with
I really
us
don't think you saw what you think you saw.
You think I'm what? Seeing
about
things?
that.
They're out there. I know it.
You haven't eaten in a week. None of us have.
All the more reason to pay attention to our surroundings.
Okay, so these are Paradisian rebels, the same ones who assassinated us at the beginning of the entrance into the city in the previous area, and the same ones who we killed their leader a little bit ago. So again, they're not going to be all too happy with us. And I'm going to drop a save here because things can get a little bit out of hand. You can see there's a lot of rebels here.
Stop right there, Adirin. I know what you did. You're lucky I don't kill you right now. Egwolf's blood is on your hands. You want a parley? Erlin's with the others, deeper in the cave. We're tired and hungry. That doesn't mean we're helpless. Watch yourself.
Okay. You can see from Egloff there, they are obviously upset with us about how everything played out. And like I say, things are only going to play out a certain way.
Was it not enough to be hungry? Now we have to be damp too.
Take it up with Erlin.
Igloff never wanted us to hide like this. Bereft of dignity.
Okay. And here inside the cave,
Take my advice.
we don't have access to a map here. We've
Don't
got a
get
quest
between the two
marker.
of them.
I won't. But we must do something.
Sure. Sit here and wait to starve, I guess.
Okay, so this area here, and I don't think you can't get up here. Oh, yeah, right, because of this. Forgot about this.
Here it comes.
Good thing I tried to jump up here.
Stand back.
And all of these open up new access points to get in here. Now, it would arguably
Did you hear that? Never mind.
be better to approach this fight from a certain perspective. Now, you can't fight any of them right now. They're not active as enemies, but you can see this is where we're going to be. So you know that there's a rebel up here on top. He's got an arquebus on his back. So you definitely want to make sure you're aware of that when you're in here and when you're fighting. There's another one here. We have the two main antagonists there that we're going to deal with, and then we're going to have to fight our way out of here as well. So things can get, like I say, a little sporty. We'll definitely get buffed up before we do it. But I want to look at something else here. Okay, so nothing here. And nothing here. Okay, and this is that same room, just entering it from a different way. And okay, so here is the quest. Food theft. You can now see that the marker has changed. So this is the conclusion of that. Now, if we had gone a different way with Igwolf in the last one, things might go differently. If they'll be willing to hear you out, and you'll have a conversation where you can compromise with them. Okay, and that will lead you back to an option to be able to go back to Cielo and give some medical supplies out of it, but they keep the rest of the crops, is basically how it works out. That's obviously the best way to go about it. And then the two opposite ways where you can make a demand of them. But at the end of the day, this is going to end up in a fight for us. So let's go ahead and overwrite that save. We are going to Kith Warder is going to give us a 10% damage reduction against Kith, which is going to be helpful in here. We're going to take a Basted Beast. We're going to take a Charming Libation, a Grog, a Black Broth, and an Ivory Spinner.
Stay calm. I said stand down. If they had come to kill us, we would be dead.
Erlin, this is the Adiran who killed Igwolf. We can't just...
What are you going to do? Growl at them with your stomach? She killed Igwolf for a reason. I'm sure she also has a reason to stand before us now. It behooves us to listen to it. Ah, Iglof. Yes. Difficult at the best of times. As much a zealot as Igwolf. Thankfully, he has more sense. Many of our fellow rebels hold fast to Igwolf's vision. We are not among them. Now, we are tired. Please state your purpose and leave. I knew someone would look for it eventually. Allow me to appeal to your better instincts, if you will. We tried. The Rangers have already hunted the region dry. Whatever food remains is barely edible from the blight. I feel the farmer's pain as keenly as I feel my own. But the crops are the crops. My people's lives are on the line. I have no choice.
Okay, and here is where we do not have an option to make a compromise. And that's because we killed Igwolf previously. We have an option to let them keep the food. We have an option to demand the food back, and then we have an option to attack. And that's it. That's all we have. There is no really good way to do this as far as the rebels are concerned. The best way is to do the compromise. That will get you a unique ring, I believe. The other ones are going to be a little different. However, we do have the option to get the ring as well by simply attacking them. But either way, this is all going to lead to the same spot for us unless we give them the food or let them keep the food, and that way we don't get the unique ring out of this.
First you killed Igwolf. Now you want to take our food and condemn us to starve to death?
Okay, so these are the only options we're going to have.
You're mine now!
Couldn't have done it better.
Let's try and bring them into the room here.
Good one!
Okay. I think that's
Who's
it.
next? Anyone?
Okay, so let's do a little exploring in here, and don't forget to go back up top. And those buffs down there on the bottom left are just so powerful. That's why food is not to be overlooked in this game. Food was very powerful in Skyrim, and it looks like they've taken a note out of that book here as well. There is a unique chest. It gets me the last piece of the War Mage's set. The War Mage's boots. So more essence, and dodging has a chance to replenish some essence as well. And I'm going to go back to the Enchanted Solonet. And it seems harsh, but they're not going to be needing this food anymore. Don't have any problem taking it. I think that's all here. Nope. And now we'll just make our way out and we'll loot things as we go. And looks like still these two over here by the entrance haven't triggered. I believe this is... oh yeah, the Magwins. I forgot about this. Okay.
Unseen, unheard.
And painless.
Who's ready for more?
Okay. The quest marker's just leading us out, because we now need to go report back to Cielo for our reward. Okay, we're going to hold off on that for a little bit.
Coming in hot.
So I definitely want to get over there, so I need to change my grenade. To the ice grenade. To unlock this unique lockbox here. And this has the Valiant boots, which might be the last set of the Valiant that we are looking for. So +5 carrying capacity is always nice, especially in your melee builds where you're going to be using heavy armor and that sort of stuff. +2 dexterity and +20% dodge distance. This starts to move your melee build into a very interesting place by being one of the more mobile people in your melee build. Dodging out of the way and riposting with your two-handed melee attacks afterward is a really effective way to build that, to have that build work out. And this works perfectly into that build. Okay, so we're gonna go look behind the waterfall. Okay, nothing else here. There's a replacement for our ice grenade we used. Okay, just moving back over here along the exterior to see where we are. And you can see now we're kind of moving up into a new area here. So we've kind of bypassed a little bit here on the east side of the river. And now that we have a fast travel point up here, I'm going to head down here and kind of explore the rest of the rolling crags so that we don't miss anything in that area. Now that we have a fast travel point, we can get back up here really easily. I think this is it. I don't think there's anywhere else to go up here. Oh, soap rocks. I knew I felt myself going to the left there. Okay, so on the left side of the river is where we want to stay for now. But we can start exploring back toward the city a little bit. Okay, nothing here. And we just keep making our way around along this side of the river. Now we're, as you can see, getting close to the city, and we have another group of enemies here. So we're going to get rid of the seer first. I don't think there's a priest in this one.
Not bad, envoy.
On your right!
On your right.
Oh, there is a priest. Luckily, we've just been one-shotting everything.
That was a close one.
Like Kai still has electricity damage going on. That's why he's back there grunting about it. And since we're down here at the very bottom of this, I'll search this other side of the river just so we don't have to come back down here. Okay, and if you're wondering where we are now, we've come all the way back around the south side of the city. So we're going to kind of make our way up top here. Okay, so it looks like we've got everything here. Because I'm not entirely sure that we've had this encounter here yet. I don't think we have.
Anyone seen my looking glass? Ah! I thought that was you. Wasn't sure I'd ever see you again.
If you're not familiar with who this is, this was the smuggling crew that was tasked with getting the awakened Adra and bringing it to the person who was working with it in Paradiso. They got on their ship and they came here just in time for this.
Ah, I wondered about that. You really did us a favor. We were never sure if we were safe. I guess now we can breathe more easily. We've moved on since you saw us on Castle's Folly. My crew's salty over standing about on land, but we do what we can do. That sounds about right. If we ever have anything of value to share, we'll make sure you get your cut. Listen, I need to get back to wrangling this rowdy crew of misfits. Thank you for stopping by and for, maybe we can return the favor someday.
And that will play out again later on. So that decision that we made quite a while ago to help them out and deal with the steel garrote is going to end up paying off in different ways a little bit later. Okay, so nothing here. This just looks like death to me. But we made it down. Well, let's make our way back down toward the bridge there. And we'll make our way back up. I don't think I need that or anything here. Now taking a look back where we are, you can see we followed the river back up and we're going to start exploring all of this, and we'll start doing that by kind of heading back toward the city along this upper side here. We want to get all the XP we can here.
You take lead.
Okay, so all of these are asleep.
Like a blade in the dark.
That's one for us. Here it comes.
Now we'll try open this up. And we'll head back up and keep heading down toward the city. Okay, and then we get to this bridge here. Now we haven't crossed this bridge, but this is one of the first places that you'll get access to the far side over here. Is by coming outside the city and crossing here. There is another way to go. First, let's go get the Hylia's Talon up here. I think this one you have to go all the way down here by the gate.
Oh, it's you.
There it is.
Leave me alone, all right? I'm not looking for trouble. Why? Are you going to kill me too? Well, that puts you above some of my old compatriots. That damn fool Igwolf with his head full of visions. When he wanted to resort to violence, I knew I had to leave. You did right. If a leader won't listen to reason, they can't be helped. I couldn't be part of that anymore. Maybe I'm brave, maybe I'm stupid. I'll find out eventually. In the meantime, I can sleep at night. Good luck out there.
Okay, so we did have one somewhat positive outcome to our interaction with Igwolf. We did persuade one of them, so to speak, to leave the rebels. Okay, so now we've pretty much cleared out the north side of the city. So let's go looking at this center area here, and we'll head straight north. We do want to pick up this Hylia's Talon here. Oh, this is the one that's glitched. Okay, so we got some more enemies up here. Always utilize the high ground if I can. Okay, so it looks like some spore enemies. Should be fairly straightforward if I can keep from falling off of this.
How'd you do that? This is mine.
Okay, I think that's it. Okay, so we're going to keep heading north here across this area. Say, just kind of opening up the map a little bit and making sure we didn't miss anything. Okay, so we do have some enemies to our left. Oh yeah, I remember this. Okay, so we have some Xaurups down here in this area here. Come on, stay hidden. There we we go. I think we have 2 and then... Oh no, I guess it's just these 2. Let's see if I'm close enough to get a ricochet. It was.
Bravo!
Think there's anything up here, but I do want to look. Already explored all of this. We did that last week. Nothing out here. We're going to hit this group of enemies here.
Quiet as the depths.
If we can get some ricochets here.
They never saw you coming.
Show me what you got!
Ooh, I could hit him. Didn't think I was going to be able to hit him because of him being so low to the ground, but I did, and it knocked him all the way. All the way back here. Firearms hit like a truck. Okay. I think that should be about it. Okay, so let's head back to our fast travel point here, and I think we're gonna start looking through here probably. Yeah, I think we're gonna head down here and we're gonna go to find the missing rangers, to find Balena. And we have some quests to turn in. So I think we're gonna head down here and then head to the Revenants here, and we'll kind of clear out this area down here now as well. Like I said, today was going to be a side quest day. We're going to clean all of these out today. Yeah, I can go and do this one as well. No, I don't want to. We'll save that one. Let's continue heading south out of here. And we'll go deal with the missing rangers section here. Because this is actually pretty cool. Here. I'm going to skirt around the outside of this.
Ready, aim.
There's a dead body in here. Continue just working my way around the outskirts of the marker here. What is this? Is this the bears? I'm trying to remember what this is. Oh. Okay. Yeah. I think there's only a couple of them.
Good shooting, Kai.
Oh. He got exploded right next to me. Okay, so we're gonna head over here toward the shore and work our way back up toward the quest marker. Gonna unlock this campsite, and then down here are these things that we saw and said we were gonna leave for later. Now you can see we're making our way back toward the quest marker here. Okay, so we pretty much cleared out all of this. Okay. Please tell me I'm stuck.
It seems like they're...
I don't understand. If we want it to grow, it dies. If we don't want it to, it thrives.
Envoy! Hello. I didn't realize you were listening.
Not getting into too much trouble, I hope.
And Savant Castel, you didn't have to come all the way out here.
Forgot, as always, to take that that potion.
I asked for this post, actually. My mentor took some convincing.
Now that we're here, we see why.
We're studying these new growths in the edible wildlife. Ideally, we would find essence. That would mean Adra's to play.
But all we've done so far is confirm what everyone can see. The vegetation is afflicted, so what?
We know the ecosystem is wrong, to put it mildly. What we haven't seen is how the affliction progresses over time.
Goodness. If I had known you'd think so highly of our little project.
I suppose we can give it a week.
We can do better than that. We'll get results.
Okay, and that will lead to something else, but only if Giada's in your party. It's not anything major. You don't have to worry about missing it. But we'll see it a little later. Okay, so this should clear out the last of the outsides of the quest marker. So now we'll kind of work our way toward the center here. And you can kind of see where we're going. not going to forget to take it this time.
Adelaro's gone. He's a dream. Oh. Hello. Are you a fish too? Oh, the sardines shimmer. They swim in silver circles.
Something's not right with her. The Dream Scourge. Is this how it starts? She's probably the ranger Fidelio told us to look out for. Poor kid.
We are a dandelion seed. Adelaro sings somewhere, but the tree stifles his voice. Adelaro's face burst into violet when the dreams came. Red violets. He joined the others.
Her friend has it worse by the sound of it. The Dream Scourge knows no pity.
She watched that happen to him. God.
A lamb taken from the flock. How do we soothe her?
Your friends speak true. They know us. Help us!
Can they do anything?
Animancy has no known treatment for the Dream Scourge. Maybe someday we can prevent it, but not cure it.
The Animancers hoard their shiny stones. They scratch at our surface. But we will speak to them. They will join us. But tell us of Adelaro first. Where is he?
Okay, so I'm gonna lie here. This is also gonna get my lie count up for the achievement.
If nothing else, you'll spare her from having to see it.
Find him. Give the lieutenant our badges. He swims in the bone and boar. He calls himself Fidelio. He will understand our song. But Adelaro stumbles at the mouth of the river above us. Please, help us sleep soundly.
Okay, and in her diary here, you learn kind of the bad part of this. Fidelio sent him out here, but he kind of abandoned them a little bit, and we'll see more of that as we head up here, which is the other half of this quest that we ran into a second ago. Okay, and there's the Dream Thrall Ranger. And there is Adelaro. They have all succumbed.
Glad you're on my side.
Rows of teeth in the eyes.
Good fighting.
And yeah, you can see they have all succumbed to the Dream Scourge. And we're gonna pick up his badge. Don't forget your reward here. And up here, forgot, I can go, oh no, that's up above me. here is the lockbox. Okay. So don't forget to parkour your way up here when you're finished exploring to get a little bit extra loot here. Oh, nope. Okay, so let's work our way straight south from here. I don't want to get into the sunken village yet. It's a whole thing. So I'd like to explore kind of on the way back here. Okay, so looks like there's not a whole lot in there, so let's head down toward the coast, kind of work our way back, and we'll come back to the lake here. Because there is another quest that we want to deal with at the lake. Let's work our way back toward the shore. Nothing we need down here. Okay, nothing here. And I think we explored down here a little bit. Okay, didn't die. That's all that matters. Okay, dead body hidden under there. But we can make our way right back up here by jumping. And this one. To jump and click the button to grab it. We've already uncovered that party camp. Now let's start looking at this outpost here. Looks fairly abandoned.
The local fauna had their way with this one.
A dead body there. And over here is a unique chest. Now this chest has the Pauper's plate in it. Now, depending upon your build, you may want to fast track this once you've gotten your armor up to exceptional quality, because this has a big boost to Constitution. A +3 to Constitution is one of the biggest bonuses. Actually, I think it is the biggest bonus, or tied for the biggest bonus that you have to your ability scores. And this can give you, if you're doing that melee build, this can be a pretty big boost to that. When you enchant it, It has a couple of really good additions that go along with it as well on the enchanting side. So you may want to come here and fast track this exploration if you've got a melee build that you want to work on. Okay, so let's explore back. Toward the lake.
Here's another. I'd wager we're on the path to something.
Yeah, the revenants here, this is the path, clues to where the revenants are, which are back there on that lake. We can actually, now that we've completed missing rangers, we've completed food theft, we can do Memory of the Deep. You see, that's the quest marker for it over there.
So this is where they wandered off to.
Right. So the revenants, you're going to be able to see them. Around here, and there's some other things here to worry about as well. Now the cause of this is kind of down there, but first we're gonna go speak to the stranger by the lake over there. And here's one of the revenants. They're all non-hostile right now. And here's the stranger. We can electrify this surface here. I'm going to save.
The water is beautiful, wouldn't you agree? The surface is calm, but the depths are full of life. Barrett's orphans, you mean? No, there is a power here that far surpasses me. In the time of the ancients, a piece of the sky fell here. Then came the water. It pulses with essence, though it does not live. You are a godlike. I'm surprised it did not speak to you. Call it whatever pleases you. Andra knows it by another name. Forgive me. We have no reason to know each other. I mediate between mortals and the Lady of Lament. Some call me a gift-bearer.
Servants of Andra. They take bad memories into the deep, where they can be forgotten.
We had one come to Barrett's once. Thought he was a grifter. Especially since he only seemed to want tokens made of gold or gems.
The same as anywhere. Gift-bearers heal soul wounds. And the wound here is quite potent. The shard of sky is a fragment of Ione Bratha. When the moon shattered, it fell here. Its memory is long and full of pain. Perhaps, whatever they are looking for, they should not be here. A remnant of Ondra's loss should have nothing to offer them, yet still they gather. If you retrieve the stone, find me at the harbor to the south. I have plans for it. And you. Take care when you breach the surface, though. The vessels might react. I hope it will not come to that. Make sure you hold your breath, godlike. Your work in this life is not finished.
Just try not to get yourself killed. At least until I've had a chance to study you.
I know that's what I want.
So now we need to head into the center here. And there are a couple of ways to play this, a couple of different ways to play this out, but it all starts with us first getting the item. But let's do a little bit of exploration around the lake here first, because there are a couple of things I want to pick up. There's a Holia's Talon over here. And then there's a Kraken horn down here. And now you can see there's a hole in the center of this. And that's where we have to go. And there's a mysterious meteorite and a health potion. And now, like you said, you want to be careful when you surface, because things might react. And you can see that we have now a bunch of skeletons, and all the revenants are hostile. Hey, there is a way up, though. And we can kind of work our way around systematically, dealing with the groups of revenants that are out here.
Not saying a word. Quick and painless.
Okay, didn't reset, which is nice. Whoops. Yeah, it did. Okay, so that's one group down. And now you just work your way around the outside of the lake, and you'll encounter these groups. I wanted to reload that for him. Okay.
We make a good squad.
I think it's just this last group here. Or no, there's one more after this. No? It is here.
Mind me not to spook you.
Protect the outpost!
And this group is going to be harder. But still, not a whole lot for us. Try and get into melee range, huh? Okay, and now you can see the quest is updated. Either return to the gift bearer or return to Joseph. There are two ways you can play this out. And we're actually going to play it out a fairly unique way. But either way, all of these, or both of these quests are completed down here. So for now, we're not going to worry about it. We're going to continue working our way through here. And then we'll head up to searching Tama's cabin. Once that's done, we should be able to head down here, clear out these, turn in all these quests, and all we'll have left is a couple of things up here. So for now, let's just head southwest. Keep exploring as we go. And we've already explored the ranger outpost up there, so we don't need to go up there again. This is the Dilemgen where we fought them at. Okay, so there's a little bit to explore out here. Let's take another Tasted Beast here, get our health reserves back up. Ambush.
Nicely done.
Not much of one though. Chest here. And then I don't think I can get up there. Okay, now we're back in the wetlands again. And again, we don't want to go into the sunken village yet, but we can do a little more looking. Because there's the sunken village. Out there. Okay, that's where we fought Adalaro. Like I say, this is all the sunken village, and we're going to hold off on this probably until next week. That's the tower that we were just at. Okay, this is all the sunken village. All up there. And there's another dead body above us.
Coming in hot.
Is that dead body above us? Maybe. I didn't know you could get up there. Or is it down below us? No, that's where this one was. Can I get up there? Oh, here it is. Oh, this isn't it. I didn't know this chest was here. It's kind of hidden in this little hole in the wall here. So, how do I get up here? Oh. Okay, I think I know what that is. Yeah, and this leads up into the sunken village as well. What's that about? Okay, so yeah, the strangled Adra up there, we're gonna hold on. Well, I mean, I guess we can do it. But I think we have to approach that from inside the sunken village to get up there. I don't think that... Well, maybe we can. I'm gonna save. This is a really glitchy little tree here. I don't want to glitch through the world. Okay, so I can get up there. And this one is down below me. Around here somewhere. I think that's it. There. Yeah, I'm pointed right at it. I think that's it. Okay, so we'll come back and do Tama's cabin here in a second. Yeah, it's right up here.
Something happened here. The end of an age. For centuries we stood tall. But the winds were violent. The infection weakened our roots. Day turns to night now. How do we survive when the tempest roils? Our leaves sway in the summer breeze. They fall, they grow again. The seasons change. We change. It soothes us.
Okay, so that gets us another awakened Adra. The standard reward for those. And now we're gonna go out to Tama's cabin. Here.
Maybe they somehow wrap themselves. I've never seen anything like this.
Neither have I. Never seen a tree grow so quickly as to trap someone inside.
Let's not mince words here. A tree ate someone. It may be natural, but that doesn't make it normal.
This sort of thing seems to be happening more and more lately.
This sort of thing. As if this sort of thing happens all the time. You seem capable enough, stranger. But the forests are not safe. As if this weren't enough proof of that.
Got it again.
Stay out of the forests if you can help it.
Thank you for the warning, but knowing us, we'll probably ignore it.
Good luck out there.
Need to get in the habit of drinking that potion before I go talk to anybody.
There.
And here's Tama's cabin.
That's Tama's old house. Wonder what he wants. Place feels different without him. He left something behind for me. Help me look around.
Hey, there's the quest item.
So much here reminds me of Tama. It's strange to be back without him. I still can't imagine what he wanted me to find. Say, what's that you're holding? Yeah, it is. Damn you, Tama. Damn you. I carved this for him years ago. I had no idea he'd kept it, let alone. All this time, I never knew. And he tells me like this, when he's long gone, leaving me with nothing but a piece of driftwood I gave him years ago. Would be if he just told me. I never gave him any reason to be coy. And we knew each other for years. We were close. I trusted him with things in my past. Things I don't talk about. Sometimes I wish you weren't so damn perceptive. Did I tell him? Huh. I was a mess when we met. I'd been through the battles in Deadfire and a handful of mercenary campaigns since. I was a chewed-up piece of flotsam drifting to the living lands. Oh, I don't blame him. Tom always saw right through me. He knew what I was. A coward. I let him down. He was always there when I needed him. But when he needed me, I'm sorry. I'm gonna need some time with this. I haven't talked about this in a while, so thanks for listening. It means a lot. especially since you seem to have your head on straight. Let's keep moving. A little fresh air will clear my head.
So you're going to continue this adventure, and you learn more about the relationship that Kai had in his past. And this is going to continue on through multiple different locations as we go. So let's head back to the northeast here.
Stand back.
And we have the Torque of the Warrior King here, just hidden in the middle of nowhere randomly. It's +2 to might. I think there are better options for your amulet here, but the +2 might does help you with damage overall, so can be good. So we've already been through most of this. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything else for us to look at here until we get into the Sunken Village. So let's kind of work our way here, and we'll open up most of the rest of the Wildwoods here, and then we should be able to head back toward the city. We're going to be working our way southeast, back past Tama's cabin. Okay, so we got some bears here. I'm pretty sure I can get into hiding. So the elder brown bear here. We have 2. Okay.
I was just getting warmed up.
And the Delimgan Tempest with their shock attack. That's the other thing that the Valian set gives you, is some pretty serious shock resistance. Okay, and I think we're gonna explore all of this. Well, I guess we can do this now. There's gonna be a lot of fighting in here. And it's a very three-dimensional set of fights.
Leave something alone long enough, the living lands will take it back.
Nice, clean kill.
Okay, this area can be a little hard to explore. Okay, we got another Delimgan over there.
Right behind you.
No. Okay. We got him.
I was worried for a second.
Okay, so let's continue working our way straight down here. Now we get to an area that we have been to before. From where the Dalemgan Glade is, where we went back and talked to the Queen. So now we can kind of do some exploring in here. And this you kind of have to do a bit systematically, because like I say, there's a lot of three-dimensionality to this. So this one I think you can only get to from up top. I can get to it from here. Okay, and there's more to explore up above us, but there's nothing to loot up there. And then down here, we're kind of making our way. That jump hits my head every time. Okay, and here is the reliquary from A Relic of Ashes, and we're gonna take this back to complete this side quest. That's gonna hurt. At least I saw the trap at the last minute. This thing here, but I got it going the opposite direction, so it didn't hit me. Okay, so we've now explored the down and the middle here. Let's go look at the up on this side. Ah, come on. I don't think I can jump up here. Hopefully. No. I can go around. I just... oh. Prefer not to. There we go. Okay. We have some Dalemgan here, and until we take the Magran's Blessing in the middle, nothing's going to happen. Let's go do some other exploring here.
You're mine now. Nice.
Oh, hit Reg. Come on. Oh, he put his shield up. He had 0 health left. And he just managed to get his shield up. Okay, and up here we have another chest. I think... we already seen this? Yeah, we've already seen all this. And we've already seen that, but we'll head over here toward the sinkhole. Because we kind of skipped a little bit of this when we were out here exploring or the shrine right there and making our way up north. We'll go look at the top areas here.
Gone in minutes. No wonder they're having trouble farming these days.
Okay, so we got a chest down there. Let's finish exploring up here first. Here's the other way down inside there. I think we can get up over here. Ah. Missed it. Okay. Now we can go look at the sinkhole. And like I say, there are a couple of ways in for this. One of them's here. So I'm going to stand on the chest and not get electrocuted. Looks like they seem to be immune for some reason. Then we have a dead body there. And Stelgar leather, so he just dropped some straight up exceptional materials for us, which is nice. Okay, and now I think we've explored most of that. So let's head here to the Archbeacon. We can run this real quick. And then we'll go turn in some of these quests. So we'll just go explore this little section here. Don't think there's anything up here. There's not. And we'll go search up top here. out the Dalemgan Glade again. Okay, now here there's definitely something to see as we work our way up there. There's a campsite up at the top. This leads us into the Pargrun cache over there again, which we've already looked at. And we'll explore up here and work our way over to the campsite. Okay. And I don't think this is it. Yeah, because the river's not close enough. Okay. Oh, let's head, because I think you can actually get up here. I think you can actually get up there. Let me go look. Can't remember. And this is down into those ruins that we were just looking at. I don't think there's anything in there. Let me go see around the back over here if there's a way up here. Okay, maybe there isn't. Yeah, maybe there's not. Yeah, and this leads us back down into the area that we've already been. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. Up here. Again, we're going to hold off on the Sunken Village for now. It's up here. Oh, yeah, nature versus nurture. Yeah, that'd be a good quest to do on its own. So let's head back here to the Docks Beacon, and we'll head over and start taking out these spirits for the last 30 minutes here. We're going to go over here, and this is for the Elder Offerings quest. And these enemies are right below us on the stairs. It's a group of shadows.
Nice.
We'll wait for this one to come out. And there's going to be waves of them.
That's done? Who's hungry?
Seems like a waste to me, but it means something to them.
Okay, so now we can head back to the ranger headquarters and head to the truffle farm. And there you can see already there's some more shadows here.
Never had a chance. Kai, weapons ready.
And we'll shoot one more with these and change.
Waste of good food, if you ask me.
Okay. So the one thing that's going to open up is now the last piece. The one in the swamp. So we're not going to continue that one today. We can go talk to the grain merchant, but we're not going to do that yet. We're going to do that at the conclusion of this quest after we've been up there. But now that it's expanded to include that one, we're going to hold off on that. We're not going to talk to Cielo first. We're going to go talk to... actually, well, we can go to Cielo. Yeah, he's right here. And Cielo is the food theft west. And this is from us dealing with the... Oh, we got this lockbox back here. Dealing with the Paradisen rebels.
There you are. Did you deal with those bandits? Oh, thank the gods. At least you've bought me a little more time. More importantly, you've saved me from having to explain it to my wife. Sylvia's a fine woman, and, well, she doesn't need to know it's come to this. Let me at least pay you. It's not much, but it's what I can afford.
Okay, and this one I can't remember. Hold on. Because I can't remember if I need to tell him to keep this. Okay, I think I need to tell him to keep it.
Fine. But I won't let people think I let you work for free. Take this.
Yep.
A nobleman gave it to my grandfather, I think. Next time they come for my harvest, I'll be ready. I tell you that.
Okay, and that's going to get you the Forager's Friend. Food restores 25% more health and essence. This is a really good ring to have when you've got the Basted Beast active. It restores a lot more health when you have that on. So it might be time to change out the Vindictive Band, but I'll kind of see. I'm doing okay with my fights, so maybe I don't have to worry about it yet. Okay, so here's Memory of the Deep. Now, we can go to Joseph, but we don't want to. We're going to go to the Gift Bearer first. And this quest can be a little bit tricky. So I'm going to save before I go in there. Because I think Joseph's over here.
You look like you know where you're going.
Or I mean, the bear. Oh, there's a chest I didn't loot in here. I'm finding all the chests. Okay, so I'm going to save here. Because like I say, this one can be a little iffy.
You emerged from one shore and found me at another. Do you have the stone? Good. The farther it travels, the safer it will be. Even an enchanted stone should not attract the undead. The lake must have imbued it with some power I cannot name. To heal Andra's wound, I must give it a watery grave, commit it to the deepest, darkest ocean. She will forget it there. I will sail for a time. Who knows? I may drift here again. Now, will you return it? I have coin, if it would help. I can afford my boat passage. I need no more than that.
Okay, so there is another way to play this out. Okay, we're going to get the rewards from both people here by agreeing to this.
Such as? Very clever. You're sure this is what you want? It isn't a decision to be made lightly. Go on, then. What did you have in mind that you want to be rid of?
Okay, it doesn't really matter which one of these that you choose, I don't think. I haven't found any lasting repercussions for any of this.
I feel it. Your shame haunts you. You aren't the first, and you won't be the last. There. It's done. Time always swims by from the subject's point of view. Do you feel lighter without your memory weighing you down? Imagination is more powerful than you'd think. Some of us cannot discern it from reality. So, that is that. I believe my time here has come to an end. Whatever called you to these shores, I hope it reveals itself soon. Secrets never hide for long. Like us, they ache to be known.
That's enough mysticism for one
Now
day.
remember this spot.
Let's get out of here, huh?
Okay, remember this spot here because you want to come back to this after you've rested. But for now, we're going to go talk to Joseph.
There you are. You'd been gone so long I was starting to worry. What happened at the lake? What was it? Don't keep me in suspense. Incredible. I've never seen the revenants gaze at the moon. Could some essence... Never mind. Now that it's here, they'll come back. This is brilliant. Give it to me. I'll take samples right away.
Okay, now you can keep it and fail it.
It's radiant. I can't thank you enough. Now, am I forgetting something? Oh, of course. Your reward. Go. I've got to examine this.
That's going to get you Chanter's Panpipes. Now, these are really useful. Summons a phantom to fight with you. The phantom is a big distraction for you and can be very helpful in a lot of those ambush fights or wave after wave fights. It's always a good thing to have around you. And I want to look at something else. Where is it? I don't have it yet. Okay, that also got us level 14. So I can't do anything yet. These open at level 15. So I think I'm going to hold on to that point for now. Because Sniper and Critical Strike are both really useful skills to have. And what I normally do is I get to a point where I just craft as many of those potion things as I can, of the different foods as I can, and then I get rid of Survivalist and place those into these two. But for now, I don't think there's anything I'm going to do with it. We do have an additional point here. We're gaining... Yeah, the Slave's Patience here is giving us +2 to each of these. I think it's time we probably up our Constitution again. Okay, so... Yeah, we're going to be continuing the Battle Scars quest. Let's go... Yeah, we're not going to talk about Elder Offerings yet because we still have to complete this up here. So let's go to Fior and turn in the bounty. And we can turn in the Ranger's quest as well.
Welcome back. You are here to collect a bounty, huh? Whose death am I recording? I see. Then the other bounty hunters did not fare so well. I am glad at least to know of their fate. Perfetto! That's all of them! As am I. At last I can turn my attention to more important things. Oh, how I've missed my research. Oh, please take this. It's from my personal collection of essence-infused oddities. I have a feeling you will find it of more use than I would.
Okay, and that gets you the Tree of Life. Now, this is a shield that slowly regenerates your health up to 30% of your maximum health. The real thing about this is all seasons, though. The regeneration is way too slow to be of much use. But having all seasons, minus 15% incoming fire, frost, and shock damage is huge. It actually makes me think about getting rid of the Disappointer and putting the Tree of Life on the offhand. It's just that good. But I'm gonna hold off on it. Now let's go turn in the Rangers.
Come one, come all. My invention is
West.
guaranteed to enlarge your essence.
Careful, or we'll get thrown out of the bomb.
Please tell me you found them.
It was the Dream Scourge. There was nothing we could do about it.
The Dream Scourge. Here. Tell me you're joking.
Quilici told you this would happen, but no one listened. Instead of a plan, we have a body count.
I know. I know. I should have acted sooner. A body count. Then I assume neither of them is still alive. Merla, when she turns, Fjord will panic. Where is she now? That won't do any good. Do you think poking around and severing her soul will save her life?
You say that like it's nothing.
Even so, if it's early days and Vidaro doesn't find out... All right. It goes against all my instincts, but we'll try it. Once. Here. You went to a lot of trouble. You ought to be paid for it. It's time for me to get out of here and actually do my job. I never thought... I just hope we're not making a mistake.
Okay. And now... the... effigy necklace. I always... forget this. Oh, I know where this one is. I can't get this until I go to Naku to deck. That's where that one is. That's why I don't ever have it until this point. The Earthly Aegis one. I think this is in Naku to deck as well. Let's head over to the campsite here. Actually, let's do campsite here first, because we need to go back and visit the shore after we have rested here. And I know Kai wants to speak with us because of cabin.
Hey there. Something on your mind? It just took me back. Something about her reminded me of old times. War stories. And I've seen shades of that before. The meek trooper who develops a taste for killing. Now, the part that stuck with me was what she said about watching her partner turn. Seeing someone you know, someone close to you, beyond help like that. I just want to know, you were careful when you told her about Adelaro. Why? It probably was. Some part of her seemed to know. And even in the state she was in, she handled it. Better than most. Sorry. I need a moment to clear my head.
Okay, so let's look. I can place another totem fragment here. But
So,
we've already looked at that
animals,
second wind cast flurry of blows. It's not very useful.
A vibrant tapestry of...
Let's see if we have any more black broth we can craft. Okay.
Art, research, and spirituality.
Sounds interesting.
And let's go down to the shore again. We Because if you've done this the way that we have done it, there will be something waiting for you down here. And we have the Statuette of Lament. Okay, there's a note here with the prayer. And the Statuette of Lament is you can stay underwater 100% longer. And this is another incredibly useful one to have. There are a couple of sections where there's nothing that will prevent you from getting somewhere because you don't have enough breath. But this gives you enough to be able to explore certain areas without worrying about dying underwater. So it's a really good thing to have. Okay, and then we're going to head over to Naku to deck here. We're just going to use this to fast travel, because I need to try and find the last piece of the totem here, and I think it's over here. Or no, this isn't, sorry, not the totem. It's the treasure map. So it's there. Now we need to see how it's up there on that thing. And I think this is going around behind this. Okay, so we've already been in here. So this must not be it. Oh no, that was where we found the map. That's right. Yeah, this one is here. It's right here, I think. Yeah, because I think it's that. Or no, it's that one. Yeah, it's this one. I think you have to go around the outside of that. Let's head up here and look and explore a little bit. Can't make it up that way. It's that one right there. So I think we have to go around the back here. Yeah, because there it is right there. And now now I have to remember how to get in here. I'm going to save here in case I fall off of this. Oh, the switch, right. And that's going to open up the door on the other side. Yeah, I always forget that switch. It's always pretty disguised. Okay, and here's Nature's Ward. Okay, and that's going to complete the treasure map quest. So, Nature's Ward is a 50% chance to remove the poison status, and blocking the enemy's melee attacks deal damage to the attacker. It's okay. It's really in the enchantment, though. Poison is very common here, but it's really when you enchant it that you can see what it really does. For now, it's again not something that I'm going to use. So let's see what else we have here. So yeah, now it's just the Sunken Village, Nature versus Nurture, and Elder Offerings that we're going to do up here. So next week, I think what we'll do is probably just fast travel to here. This will get us ready for next week. Pretty good, I think. So what we're going to do next week is we're going to finish off these last two side quests. And then we're going to get back on the main quest. And the main quest is going to be finished up next week. And we'll be venturing into the next area. For now, this is a really good spot for us to drop a save. Okay, and we're going to start that up. So next week, we're going to be finishing up the main quest here. We're going to be moving into the next area of the game, the third area out of 5, and we'll be starting some explorations on that. We're going to meet up with Yatsley again pretty quick, and we'll be getting the final member of our companion group. So there's going to be a lot of cool things happening with the conclusion of the main quest line here next week, and with us clearing out this area up here. We're going to have a huge fight on our hands as we try and leave this area, and you'll get to see that next week as we finish up our explorations here in the second location here in the game. So as always, I want to say thank you all for being here. I really appreciate my community being here to see all these games as we go through them, because I always say without your help, none of this would be possible. This is Commander Jorval saying until next time, fare thee well.